Shalom to the elect. This is Samak coming with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to our elders and apostles, and blessings to the brothers doing this work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so coming with a quick lesson here. It's going to be a short, to the point exhortation. I am currently on the job right now, so I'm taking a couple minutes to take a quick walk, get some sun, and then throw this lesson up. So we're currently in the Shabbat, our last Shabbat of this moon, going into the new moon, which will come in Monday night. So this exhortation is just pretty much going into increasing your drive and curiosity in this truth, increasing your why, and being fully engulfed in the work that we do, and you can take the same concept and apply it to every aspect of your life, but I am specifically speaking on this spiritual work, all right, because the spiritual work is what comes first. All right, this is our number one priority, and everything comes second, third, and fourth. All right, this work is in first position. All right, and Salakia, if the audio is a little jacked up, I'm not too sure. I have my AirPods in. I know the microphone isn't the best on these things, but Salakia, if it is, Lord willing, it's pretty good. I'll check it afterwards. But again, back to the point. All right, increasing your why and your purpose, right? So there is 5 stages, if you will, to productivity, right? You have curiosity, purpose, mastery, autotelicity, and autonomy. All right, going into the first principle is curiosity. All right, curiosity is what drives you to want to do something. All right, it's the very thing that makes you interested and eager to do something. All right, now in regards to this work, it's the very thing that makes you interested and eager to learning, to reading the scriptures, to watching videos, all right, to doing videos. All right, this is the learning piece of the puzzle, right? So as we go through this walk, this is having our curiosity high is what's going to ensure that we are continuing to grow in the spirit. We're continuing to grow in knowledge and wisdom, right? Because you have to have experiences, you have to have information, right? These are the things that are what's going to keep you growing in this truth. Because we can't be stagnant, we can't be complacent, because complacency leads to comfortability, and comfortability usually leads to digression, right, or degrading. And you don't want to degrade and digress in this truth. You want to continue to progress in every aspect of your life. You don't ever want to get too comfortable, because when you get too comfortable, that very drive that you have goes away. Now, what is the next step? The next principle, right, is purpose. Your purpose is the feeling of doing something, the very thing that you're doing, that it actually has values, right? It's usually a sense of intrinsic rewards, intrinsic values, right? So having purpose is meaning that the thing that you're doing or striving for is rewarding, right? And it has a greater effect on not only your life, but the lives around you, right? You believe in the work that you do, and that it's actually beneficial to the world. For example, as a man in this truth, you studying and learning and going out and teaching, you're now feeding the sheep. And by feeding the sheep, what are you doing? You're educating, encouraging, exhorting, correcting, rebuking, and ultimately leading Yahweh Shai's sheep unto life, leading your people into life. So this is a very purposeful work. It yields life. The words that we speak, the knowledge that we have, literally yields unto life, right? So that's the purpose. Having your purpose in order is what's going to ensure that you're the best. And then looking at yourself, okay, my purpose is to be the best version of myself. And what does that apply? All right, and the next principle is what? So you have curiosity, you have purpose, and you have mastery. Now, mastery is the very action of perfecting and mastering your craft. All right, and what is our craft? Our craft is very simple. Our craft is being teachers, all right, being shepherds, being leaders, all right, being brothers, being fathers. All right, we are striving for mastery in the scriptures as Yahweh Shai and the disciples were, right? Specifically Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai himself was a master in the scriptures. He was a master in the will of Yahweh Shai. And we as men, right, we're striving for that mastery and to be made manifest in the knowledge and teachings of all things. And in the very near future, when the Yahweh Shai returns, right, he's going to give us our new bodies, which are going to actually perfect us. But prior to that, we literally have to work towards the mastery because we have to earn it. All right. And then the fourth principle, all right, to productivity and growth is autonomy, right? Autonomy is the very feeling of being in control, right? Being in control of when you work, how you work, choosing what to work on, right? Now, obviously, as we're here in captivity, we're not going to have that sense of autonomy in our personal life or in our work lives. But, you know, some brothers have that option. Some brothers own businesses. But some brothers have the type of work that they do. They may have a level of autonomy and control over what tasks that they do at a certain time. But generally, when you put it into this truth, being in control of when you read, right? When you go out and teach, when you pray, when you do your lessons, when you go ahead and dive into prophecy and current events, right? These things give you a sense of control, right? Which being in control yields rewards in itself, right? It shows value in itself, because when you feel like you're in control, all right, it releases endorphins in your brain that give you pleasure, right? This being knowing that you're in control and that you choose when and when you don't do something, man. Like if you choose to go to work in the afternoon or you choose to wake up early in the morning, right, that gives you a sense of control, and that makes you feel comforted, that makes you feel powerful, right? And it makes you feel confident. And that's what we need. And then moving on to the last principle, and I get ready to end this lesson, is my personal favorite, which is autotelicity. And when you look up the word autotelicity, it's derived from the Greek word auto, which also means self-enjoyment, if I'm not mistaken. But it means auto, right? Self-enjoyment, self-pleasure, if I'm not mistaken. Self-pleasure. What autotelicity is, it basically refers to the process of the very thing that you're doing is rewarding in itself, and it doesn't necessarily yield any external rewards. The reward is the very action of doing it itself. That is autotelicity. Now, autotelicity is probably one of the harder things for one to master or to have a good concept and control of, because sometimes you're not always going to feel that, right? So that autotelicity comes from you kind of shifting how you study, right? It shifts, you kind of get that from shifting how you study, when you study, where you study, and what you actually study. Now, autotelicity could come from, the best way to tap into autotelicity is to focus on the very thing that you're good at. Focus on the thing you're most curious about. So by increasing your curiosity and increasing your purpose, you by default can increase your autotelicity, because by increasing your curiosity, you're you're more eager to learn the very thing that you want to learn, or read the very thing that you want to read. And that itself gives you purpose, because your purpose is to become what? A master of this certain skill. And then by doing that, your autotolicity will now increase, which now, when you read about whatever it is, let's just say your topic is the chariots and understanding the heavens and the chariots. You're very curious about reading and diving deep into the chariots, and the autotolicity comes into play when the very action of reading and learning is the reward in itself, right? So sometimes you have to maybe focus on the things that you're good at. That's why I have pretty much focused my channel on personal growth, development, and exhortation, because that is the thing that is most important to me and my walk in this truth. I dive into prophecy from time to time. I have good brothers around me that I can learn from prophecy and current events, but that's personally not my strong suit. And it's okay. I know enough, and I'm not a master at it, but I can hold my own. But I can personally say that I am striving for mastery of personal growth, mindset, and discipline. Those different things. That's something I'm personally growing, and that's what I exhort and encourage brothers all around me, because I want everybody to grow, I want everybody to shine, I want everybody to succeed. All right, so those are the 5 principles: curiosity, purpose, mastery, autonomy, and autotolicity. All right, so if you guys focus on that, focus on those things, lock in on that, continue to grow, and we'll be out of here in no time. Little ones, videos, edifying. Until next time, shalom.